I would like to be remembered for being courageous and different.
Lady Gaga is a popular American singer who is also nicknamed Lady Outrageous and Lady Monster due to her extraordinary images and vivid performances. During her career, she became one of the most influential and successful performers in the world and also created several albums for which she received a record number of awards. How Lady Outrageous lives and how much she earns. We will tell you all about this in our video. How Lady Gaga lives and how much she earns. Lady Gaga, whose real name is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta, was born on March 28, 1986 in New York City in a family of entrepreneurs Joseph and Cynthia Germanotta, who are originally Italians. She has a sister, Natalie, who is 6 years younger than her. Since early childhood, Stephanie was fond of music. By the age of 4, she independently learned how to play the piano and later took music lessons from a stripper in a club where she worked as a waitress already as a teenager. She recorded songs by Michael Jackson and Cyndi Lauper on an old tape recorder and dreamed of becoming a pop star. Her love of music was inherited because her father was a musician in the past. At the age of 11, the girl became a student of the Monastery of the Sacred Heart, independent Catholic school in Manhattan. At school, children were not friends with the future star, as she already liked to stand out in the crowd. In addition, Stephanie suffers from a congenital malformation. A non-standard physique and small stature were the cause of ridicule and caused the girl to go into a state of depression. She often ran away from home. Stephanie's creative activity became an outlet for her. She participated in school theater productions and sang in a jazz orchestra. In addition, the young star was a very smart and diligent student. After graduation, she managed to become one of 20 students at the famous art school at New York University. During her studies, Stephanie began to fully express her creative potential. She was a go-go dancer at a local club, participated in a burlesque show of transvestites, performed as part of the Regis Jazz Band, the Mackin Pulsifer Band, and the SG Band. She drew attention to herself with her bright outfits and provocative actions. For example, she set fire to her hairspray on stage. During this period of her life, Stephanie was dating a young man named Luke Carl. After 3 years of going out with her, he broke up with her, unable to withstand the growing popularity of his girlfriend. At the age of 19, the girl decided to leave school for a music career. Her parents accepted her choice. They helped her to rent an apartment, but set a condition: if she couldn't achieve anything for a year, she would be forced to return to school. In 2005, the singer recorded a couple of hip-hop songs for an audiobook. In 2006, she began working with music producer Rob Fusari, with whom she wrote several songs. They all entered her repertoire and became popular in downtown clubs: Beautiful Dirty Rich, Dirty Ice Cream, and Disco Heaven. It was during this period that the stage name Lady Gaga appeared. That's what Rob called her. He believed that the girl grimaced like Freddie Mercury in the video Radio Gaga. The cooperation lasted until 2007. The reasons for their breakup became known many years later. The singer admitted in an interview that she succumbed to sexual violence and abuse by a producer without naming him directly. He even got her pregnant, but she didn't give birth to the child. After that trauma, Lady Gaga has repeatedly stated that she intends to devote her life to art and not to having children. After the completion of the joint work, the ex-producer demanded $35 million from her for joint songs and the stage name, but the singer refused to pay this amount. Soon she was noticed by producer Vincent Herbert. In 2008, she signed a contract with him as the author of songs that were subsequently performed by Pussycat Dolls, Britney Spears, and Fergie. What is interesting is that the girl has been writing songs since the age of 13. Lady Gaga's musical talent impressed rapper Akon, who helped her rise to fame. She signed a record deal with him on his personal label Conlive Records. Thus, in 2008, Lady Gaga's debut studio album The Fame was released, which had great commercial success. The album's first single, Just Dance, topped the charts in Australia and Canada, and soon rose to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. With this song, the singer first appeared on television, performing at the Miss Universe contest in Vietnam. The next track, Poker Face, was no less successful, and together with the previous one made the singer the queen of downloads, since the hit Just Dance was in third place among the 40 most downloaded songs of all time, and Poker Face got into first place. This album also included the songs AA, Love Game, and Paparazzi. Bright images for the singer were created with the help of her creative director Matthew Williams, with whom she began an affair. However, the lovers soon broke up due to the fact that the relationship interfered with their joint work. They remained good friends. In 2009, Lady Gaga went on tour in Europe and North America. Then the singer was already nicknamed the New Madonna. Meanwhile, the star was working on a new mini-album, The Fame Monster, the first single of which was the composition Bad Romance, rightfully considered her best work. For shocking images, she was awarded the nicknames Lady Shocking and Lady Monster. This album also included Alejandro, which many critics considered a rip-off of Madonna's song La Isla Bonita. And the song Telephone was originally written for Britney Spears, the queen of pop music according to Lady Gaga. But after her refusal, she decided to perform it with singer Beyoncé. A year later, the artist received 8 MTV VMA Awards at once in different categories, which happened for the first time in the history of the ceremony. The number of views of her music videos on YouTube exceeded 1 billion. With this record, she got into the Guinness Book of Records. At the event, the singer shocked the audience by appearing in a meat dress created by designer Frank Fernandez. Along with the dress, Gaga was wearing a hat, a clutch, and shoes decorated with meat. The negative reaction of the public did not confuse the star at all. In 2011, the second studio album Born This Way was released. Its sales as of 2019 amounted to more than 12 million copies. Lady Gaga was drunk when she wrote the first single Born This Way in just 10 minutes. This is not surprising for the singer, who admits she wrote many songs even under the influence of drugs. Other compositions like Judas, The Edge of Glory, You and I were also popular. What cannot be said about the final single, Marry the Night, which became the first in Lady Gaga's career not included in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100. On the set of a music video, the actor met actor Taylor Kinney, with whom she soon began dating. In 2013, Lady Gaga pleased her fans with her third studio album, Art Pop, which immediately took leading positions in the American charts. It included tracks such as Do What You Want, Guy, and Applause. In the same year, the star made her debut as an actress in the movie Machete Kills.
You and all your drug-pushing compadres just derailed my pursuit.
For this role, Gaga was nominated for the Golden Raspberry as the Worst Supporting Actress. After that, the celebrity starred in the movie Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
You don't stink of anything I don't like, and you kind of remind me of an old boyfriend, okay?
Initially, director and actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt did not approve of Lady Gaga in the movie, but only after playing the first joint take, he was stunned by her theatrical talent. Subsequently, the actors became good friends and repeatedly collaborated again. Meanwhile, she and Taylor had a rocky relationship. Stephanie and Taylor alternated between being apart and being back together. There were rumors that the singer was even pregnant, but she denied them, saying that she just gained some extra weight. Soon it became known that Kinney proposed to her on Valentine's Day, and the couple was preparing for a wedding. However, in 2016, the singer announced a breakup without any explanation. But the young man named the reason, saying that there was nothing more important for the girl than her music career. In the same year, the next studio album, Joanne, was released. It was dedicated to the late Aunt Joanne, after whom the singer was named. The album includes such tracks as Perfect Illusion, Joanne, and Million Reasons. The latter was among the songs performed by Lady Gaga at the Super Bowl in 2017. In addition, the actress starred in the TV series American Horror Story and received the Golden Globe Award for the Best Actor. The following year, it turned out that the singer had a new lover, her manager Christian Carino, who very quickly proposed to her. However, the wedding never took place. It was initially postponed due to the deterioration of the artist's health and a busy tour schedule, and soon it was canceled altogether. As an actress, Lady Gaga will remain in history thanks to her successful work in the film A Star Is Born, where she starred alongside Bradley Cooper.
You need to get all this fucking approval by all these other people, and why can't I just be enough for you?
You know what I'd like is from my boyfriend to love me. Actually, from my husband to love me.
Who's your fucking boyfriend?
The main condition was the live performance of songs in this musical, which was not at all a problem for this talented singer. The song Shallow has received many awards, including an Oscar and a Golden Globe. And the girl became MTV Music Awards Best Actress. In honor of this work, the artist made herself a new tattoo, of which she already has more than 20. After the release of the film, there were rumors about Lady Gaga's affair with Bradley Cooper, who allegedly left his beloved Irina Shayk for her. However, many believe that their romance is nothing more than a PR move to promote the musical. In parallel with the film, the soundtrack album A Star Is Born was released, which in addition to the song Shallow, included Always Remember Us This Way and I'll Never Love Again. In 2020, the singer was spotted by the paparazzi in the company of a businessman, Michael Polanski, an affair with whom she confirmed on her Instagram. In the same year, the next studio album, Chromatica, came out. It also featured the band Blackpink, Elton John, and Ariana Grande, with whom Lady Gaga performed the song Rain On Me, which took the first position in the Billboard Hot 100 chart. In addition, the song received a Grammy Award as Best Pop Performance by a Duo. On November 9, 2021, the premiere of the crime drama House of Gucci took place, starring Lady Gaga. Being a successful singer and actress, Lady Gaga is actively engaged in social activities. She is a member of organizations that protect LGBTQ rights and refuses to cooperate with opponents of this movement. In addition, the singer pays special attention to charity. In 2017, after the earthquake in Haiti, she donated $500,000 to the victims. The girl admitted in an interview that she was going to finance research on fibromyalgia, a chronic disease from which she herself suffers. Lady Gaga hopes that it will be possible to find a cure for this disease and make life easier for many people. Time magazine considers the singer one of the most influential girls in the world. Every year, she is also included in the top of the greatest and highest paid artists. She has a huge number of awards in the music industry, and also, judging by the number of search queries, she's the most interesting person on the internet. In 2012, Lady Gaga introduced her own social network, Little Monsters. Its users get a unique opportunity to personally communicate with the celebrity. One of the last major events of the singer was the performance of the U.S. national anthem at the inauguration of the current president of the United States, Joe Biden. The outrageous celebrity is often invited to appear in commercials. Lady Gaga starred in a Tudor watch commercial and became the first female ambassador of this brand. She also appeared in an ad for the Apple Music service and took part in filming for the Swedish brand H&M. In this video, the singer starred together with Tony Bennett, with whom she performed the song It Don't Mean a Thing from their joint album Cheek to Cheek, which appeared back in 2014. The pop star also has 2 fragrances of her own. In 2012, Lady Gaga introduced Fame perfume, which sold out in the first week of sales in the amount of 6 million packages. The second fragrance, Eau de Gaga, appeared in stores in 2014. In addition, she starred in an advertisement for her House Laboratories makeup line. In 2020, she became the face and inspiration of the Italian brand Valentino Beauty, which introduced the new fragrance, Voice Viva. In addition, Lady Gaga starred in a commercial for premium collectible champagne from the French manufacturer Moet de Chandon. The artist gave the money she earned to her charity foundation, Born This Way, which she founded with her mother to support young people in need. At the same time, the artist actually almost went bankrupt 4 times, but each time she managed to improve her financial situation. Now Lady Gaga's fortune is estimated at $320 million. On average, the artist earns from $30 to $40 million a year. 2012 was a record year for her. She managed to earn $80 million during this period. Then in 2017, she received a fee of $3 million for just one performance at the wedding of the children of Russian oligarchs in Los Angeles. The singer's expenses are also significant, as she has to match her own image. For example, she almost went bankrupt, owing a bank $3 million for the outfits for the Monster Ball tour. The most expensive dress in her wardrobe cost $136,000. The girl wears underwear made of pure silk, for which she spent $11,000, and each pair of shoes cost her from $4,000 to $15,000. The artist can also afford expensive real estate. Although she started her journey in a small apartment in New York, which her parents helped her rent, the singer lived there from 2005 to 2007. Today, this apartment can be rented for $1,850 per month. Over time, she purchased a house in Los Angeles for $5.5 million. The area of the estate is about 2,057 square feet. The house has 7 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a recording studio, a living room, a kitchen, a dining room, a relaxation room, and a massage room. Near the mansion, there is a swimming pool and a lot of green plants. In 2010, Lady Gaga began building a house on the island of Martha's Vineyard, located near Massachusetts, and has already given it the name Monsterland. It can be reached by ferry or private plane, but her neighbors on the island are afraid that their quiet living will come to an end when the outrageous star comes to live there. It is unknown when the construction will be completed. Her list of real estate also includes the most expensive and huge mansion in Scotland, built in the 18th century and located near Edinburgh. It cost $12.9 million, has 60 rooms including several bedrooms, a dance hall, an office, a banquet hall, and other rooms. In 2014, Lady Gaga became the owner of a huge mansion in Malibu, worth $24 million. The house includes 5 bedrooms, a kitchen, a living room, a dining room, a home theater, a bowling alley, a wine cellar, a gym, and several chic terraces. On the adjacent territory, there is a huge swimming pool and a guest house. The villa also has its own adjacent ocean beach. Lady Gaga used to rent a 6-story townhouse in New York for $67,000 a month. Its main advantage was its underground parking, where the artist could park her car, leaving journalists with no opportunity to take a single picture of the celebrity. The star's fleet also impresses with a variety of cars. In 2015, without having a driver's license yet, Lady Gaga purchased a classic 1965 Lincoln Continental convertible. And the following year, after getting her license, she bought a Ford SVT Lightning pickup truck. The singer can often be seen driving this inexpensive car, which costs about $20,000, because it is one of her favorites. There are interesting models in the star's collection, such as the Super Sports Series Chevrolet Nova, worth about $30,000, which was repainted for the celebrity in the color electric, and a pink Cadillac DeVille, which used to be owned by Elvis Presley. In addition, the celebrity has expensive car models, such as the Rolls-Royce Phantom worth $250,000, Lamborghini Huracan for $300,000, and McLaren P1, which cost more than $250,000. Lady Gaga can also afford a Mercedes-Benz GL450 for $65,000, a stylish Ford Mustang, a comfortable Porsche Boxster, a reliable W123 Mercedes-Benz, and a Camino Supersport pickup truck. The singer loves speed and demonstrated this in 2016 by taking part in the Indianapolis 500, where she was a navigator for racer Mario Andretti. It seems that this brave girl can do anything, from participating in races to flying into space, which is what the singer is planning on doing. Back in 2015, Lady Gaga's concert in space was planned, which was supposed to be broadcast at the Zero G Festival. However, it was postponed indefinitely. Will there be a space concert performed by the amazing Lady Gaga in the future? What do you think? If you like the video, leave a like and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything interesting.